So when we go back to a tense, it is called back shifting. Okay, so when we change direct speech, yeah, the one that we have in quotation marks, to reported speech, we go back a tense. This is what I have just shown you. So it is called back shifting. Direct speech, Maggie said, I am hungry. This is present simple tense. And we go back a tense to past simple. Okay, Maggie said that, or Maggie said she was hungry. So go back a tense. This is the past simple tense. Okay. Okay. Now, what happens to modal verbs in reported speech? Okay, they most of them go back a tense as well. So can changes to could, will changes to would, should stays the same. We still have should. Must, we cannot have it in past tense as must. We have to change it to have, had to. So must, had to. May for possibility is might. May for permission is could. Shall for suggestion is should. And shall for future is would as well. Okay, so don't worry, we'll practice these as well. But for now, just to be aware that these are the changes as well. Okay. Now, we are going to talk about possessive adjectives in reported speech. Possessive adjectives, as you probably well know, are my, your, his, her, its, our, and their. So have a look. Amanda said, my mom is working. Okay, that's direct speech. In reported speech, we have Amanda said, her mom was working, obviously, because you report on what somebody else's has said. So you can't have Amanda said my mom, yeah? So you say Amanda said that her mom was working, or Amanda said her mom was working. Okay, I think that's easy peasy. And here you have a little bit of possessive adjectives practice, okay? Just so that you remember the different possessive adjectives that there are, and that you are aware, okay, which ones to use. So I'm going to just read the sentences here, and as I'm reading them, I want you to fill in the gaps, okay? Andrew has a daughter. He said that what daughter was going to the university. Okay. Jane and Robert have 3 children. Jane said that what children are generally well behaved. Well done. I have a dog. I said that what dog is a beagle. Number 4. Sophie and Roger have 3 children. Roger said that what son is in grade 6. Roger said that his son doesn't like what English teacher very much. Roger said that what daughters like what science teacher. No, number 5, Noah owns many books. He said that what book collection has more than 1,000 titles. Number 6, you need to hurry. We are going to be late. I said before that what train leaves in an hour. Okay. Number 7, Dylan went to Layla and John's wedding. Dylan said that what wedding was wonderful and that what wedding dress was incredibly beautiful. Okay, well done. Number 8, Ariana lives in New York. She said that what city is the largest in the United States? Okay, I know that wasn't too difficult for you, but we are going to check these during our conversation class. Okay, so make sure you've got that well prepared. Okay, now we're going to have some examples of back shifting, and we're focused on present simple now. So present simple, as I've already told you, changes to past simple. Okay, have a look. So I like Peter. she said she liked you. Okay, so the guy reports, or the girl, I can't tell. I think it's a girl, reports on to Peter what the first person said. She said she liked you. Okay, so we changed from present simple to past simple. And we are going to have some examples here, okay? So again, I'm going to read them out to you and try to use the backshifting to do reported speech sentences, okay? Again, I am not going to give you the answers. We are going to check them together in our class, okay? So easy ones, they all require backshifting, and in all these examples, all you do is to change present simple to past simple. What I want you to do is to just do it automatically so that you remember them when you use them in real life. Okay, so you can write them down if you want, or you can just speak. Yes, you can just speak to the computer. I'm going to do a short pause after each sentence, so you have time to say them. Okay, I want you to know them in practice more than just on paper. Okay, so Simon said, I like to swim in the sea. So now change it to reported speech. Simon said what? Okay, number 2. Alexander said, my daughters play the piano. Alexander said what? Okay, number 3. Ethan and Mia said, we go to the cinema every weekend. So they said, number 4. Grace said, I don't want to stay in that hotel. So Grace said, number 5. David said, James and I like to go to parties. Okay, so he said, or David said, okay, you remember the pronouns as well. They have to make sense. Okay, super. Number 6, Benjamin said, we don't agree on this. So Benjamin said, okay. Number 7, Maria said, I don't like washing the dishes. So we change it into Maria said. Okay, well done. Number 8, Anya said, my friends never call me. So she said, okay. Number 9, my parents said, you have to help your sister with homework. So my parents, or they said what? Number 10, they said, your mother is always late. And it changes into they said what? Okay, well done. So yes, you can write them down. You can just use the computer to speak the sentences, whatever works for you. Let us move on. So now we have another present tense, present continuous, which changes into past continuous. And have a look at the example here. Tina mentioned she had started a new job. Yes, she told me she was enjoying it. Yes, so probably what did Tina say? Tina probably said, I'm enjoying my new job, right? And then it is reported as she told me she was enjoying it. Okay, so in the same way, I want you to change present continuous into past continuous in these examples. Okay, so number one, Emily said, I'm going to the theater. Beep, your turn. Number two, Lucas and Graham said, we aren't going to the office. They said, beep. Number three, Matthew said, Sally's going to Spain. So he said, or Matthew said, what? Beep. Number four, Isaac said, Mehmet and Zach aren't speaking to each other. Beep. Number five, Carter said, Hannah isn't planning to go on holiday. Beep. Number six, Jaden said, I am not watching television. Beep. Number seven, Amanda said, I am not looking after him. Beep. Number eight, my friend said, we aren't taking off our shoes. Beep. Number nine, the teacher said, you are having a test tomorrow. Beep. And finally, number 10, the Prime Minister said the government is going to tackle inflation. Beep. Okay, well done. Again, we are going to check them in our class. Okay, now let us move on to simple future, and that changes into future in the past. Okay, so have a look at the example below. I will buy a laptop for you, says Dad to his son. Okay, and now the son reports on it, yes, and he says, my dad said he would buy a laptop for me. Okay, so will changes into would. Okay, and these are our examples here. So I want you to change will, so simple future, into future in the past. Okay, again, all these examples are straightforward. No, no tricks here. I want you to change them from simple future to future in the past. Okay, so again, I am going to read the sentence and then I want you to speak and change them into future in the past, and or whichever way you prefer. Please, you can also write them down to maybe remember them better. Okay, so number one, Emily said, I'll go to the cinema later. Emily said, what? Beep. Number two, John and Linda said, we'll meet the children at 6. Beep. Number three, Martin said, I'll be late. Beep. Number four, Ian said, Monica and Joe will definitely come to the party. Beep. Number five, Camilla said, I will stop smoking on Tuesday. Beep. Number six, Jay and Jack said, we won't be able to arrive early. Beep. Number 7. Alexis said, I won't come with you. Beep. Number 8. My mom said he won't remember to buy milk. Beep. Number 9. Diana said, it won't rain later, I am sure. Beep. So in this one, you have 2 different ones. So it's a little bit tricky, but not much. Okay, and number 10, the teacher said, you will have to prepare well for the exam. Beep. Okay, well done. We're going to check them together. I hope that this wasn't too hard, that it wasn't too hard for you. What I want you to do, what I want you to have is to have this automatic knowledge of what changes into what. So these examples were, I think, quite easy and straightforward. Okay, so one more time. Okay, so these is just to remind you the shifts of tenses. Okay, present simple, past simple, present continuous, past continuous, past simple, or past perfect, past continuous, past perfect continuous, present perfect, past perfect, and past perfect to past perfect. Okay, so let us have a look, and this is a diagram which might be a little bit helpful for you. Today's lesson is an introduction to reported speech. We're going to have another presentation on this topic in which I'm going to show you as well how to report questions in reported speech. Okay, so you can have a look at it. This is quite a good illustration, yes, what we do in reported speech. So basically 2 main things on this side, or 3 main things actually. Past, what we do with past, we change it to past perfect. Present, we change it into past, and you have different examples of different tenses and different expressions. And then reported speech changes from will to would, okay, in the future. Okay, so here is what we do. You have it on this side, and then other expressions that change. Okay, so have a look. Now changes to then, these to those, here to there, yesterday to the day before, this to that, tomorrow, the following day, or the next day. Okay, questions, we are going to have a look at the questions next time, but you can have a look. So for example, do you like it? He asked if. Yes, if we have no question word, we need to add if or whether. Did you like it? She asked whether he had liked it. Okay, so we are adding if or whether, plus we change the tenses. Okay, so it's quite a lot of things to remember about. Okay, are you happy? If she asked if he was happy. Were you there? He asked whether they had been there. Okay, so you remember to move back. Modal verbs: should, would, can do, could do, may do it, might have done it. Okay, so we are moving backwards with some of the modal verbs. Some of them stay the same, but we'll practice it a lot, so don't worry about it too much. But I think this slide is a good illustration of what is going on in reported speech. Yes, and it is quite a lot of things to remember about, but once you've done a few of the exercises we had in this lesson, you will get it automatically what is going on. Okay. Okay, so now it's a very simple exercise for you. Report the weather reporter's direct speech. Okay, so what is she saying? Okay, it's sunny in Rome, it's raining in London, there is a heat wave in Australia, it is snowing in Toronto, it is 43 degrees in Dubai, it is humid in Singapore, it's windy in Istanbul. Okay, so what I want you to do is to use backshifting for all of these examples. So basically here you are only going to practice the past of the verb to be. Yes, so not too difficult. So pause this slide and change all these statements into reported speech. A very easy exercise, just a variety of different expressions, but all with the verb to be. Yeah, so shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, I hope that you'll do it and you will have no problems with this one. Okay, another exercise for you. Have a look. It's quite a nice exercise because it actually shows you how reported speech works in practice as well in conversations. Yeah, so someone says something to you that is the opposite of what they told you earlier. Okay, so match the beginnings of these conversations with the correct endings. So I'm going to Japan on holiday. Find the correct ending. So someone says something something to you that is the opposite of what they told you earlier. Okay, but you said or you told me what? Okay, he is a lawyer. Okay, he is a lawyer. So can you find the ending for it? Okay, number 3. She's had a baby girl. Okay, find the correct ending, correct response. Yes. I haven't seen Bob for ages. Okay. Can you find the correct ending? And number 5, I love these new boots. Okay. Number 6, I only cheated in one exam. Okay. Number 7, she doesn't speak French or Italian. Okay. And the last one is he works in London. So what's the correct response to this one? Okay, super. And we're going to check them together in our conversation class. There is another exercise for you that again shows you how reported speech works in practice rather than just doing, single sentences. This one asks you to do a few sentences in different, using different in different tenses. Okay, so you received a letter from Kate. It was sent 2 weeks ago and arrived today. Converted to reported speech. Jane. London is wonderful. I have been here for a few months. I have settled in well. I lived with a friend for a few weeks. Now I am renting a room in the north of the city. I had found a job in a cafe. It was working for a few weeks. Unfortunately, I didn't enjoy it. Now I am working in an Italian restaurant. I miss you, Kate. So now imagine that, yes, you have received a letter from Kate, okay? And now you're telling a friend of yours how is Kate doing, okay? So you will say, oh, she said that London was wonderful, okay? She said that she whatever, okay? I don't want to give you the answers yet, okay? So please pause the slide, maybe write it down, or just speak to the computer and try to work out the correct form. So pay special attention to the different to the forms, and remember about backshifting, remember about pronouns, and also if needs be, remember about the time expressions as well. Okay. Now, okay, one more exercise. So these are the exact words Frank said to you yesterday. I've just got engaged. We are getting married next year. We are going to Paris for our honeymoon. It's all going to be very expensive. Luckily, my friend is a photographer, so he'll take the photos for us. We'll be having the reception in my parents' back garden. My mom is baking the cake for us, and my sister's band is playing free for us. I hope you'll come to the wedding. Okay, so now you're telling your friend what Frank told you, and then choose the correct option. So again, what I want you to do is to change the verb forms into reported speech using back shifting. Okay, so pause the slide, use your notebook to write it down, or just speak to the slide. Okay, so this is all for today, and we are going to have another lesson devoted to reported speech, and we're going to have a look at past tenses, of course, a mixture of tenses. We're going to have a look at the situations in which back shifting is not necessary. I didn't show you examples of this yet. We are going to have a look at modal verbs and questions. Of course, questions are very important. So this lesson is just a small introduction, right, to get you familiar with the concept, to show you some easy examples so that you can do them almost automatically. Okay, and then we are going to have a look at more difficult ones. Yes, so you have a full range of expressions, a full range of tenses, and a full range of the back shifting and all that to use whenever you speak in reported speech. Okay, so don't worry too much. Make sure you focus on all these examples. Make sure you know them really, really well before we move on to more complicated ones. Okay, thanks a million. See you. Bye.